This is Joan Jerkovich, your board-certified life coach, and I'm always so privileged to know that you have joined me this morning for the Joan Jerkovich Show right here on News Radio 1150 KSAL. And today's show, I'm going to be talking about the woman who's been in a relationship but decided to go into that forbidden land of a hookup with her ex. Oh, she didn't, but yes, she did. She went there, and I'm going to tell you that if you listen to her call coming up, you're going to find out that does she ever have regrets for going there. Because what did she come to realize? But, he's still kind of the same old guy that she broke up with. That's why he's her ex. But let me talk to you about some of what I was reading online about why do people actually go into these affairs with their ex? And it always kind of makes me think about those divorce situations, and I think of Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher and Bruce Willis, and it's like, what is it with those amazing, breakups where they can all have Christmas together, one big happy family? Well, of course, we know where that relationship is today. Demi Moore is no longer married with her young man of 17 years younger than her. But it's no wonder that it's easier to hook up or rekindle with an old love. And most people are actually doing this. Many of them are doing this online via Facebook and other social media sites. Of interest, though, of the people who go online for these hookups with their ex, when they reconnect with that ex, 60% of them are married. You're married, they're married, and this was a situation with this woman that I'm talking to. They're in other relationships, but yet they fall back into those old patterns. Why is that? Well, one thing, think about it, they're familiar. You know that there was an initial attraction to that ex. There was a reason you were with them, and many times these hookups come from situations where maybe you even have to stay in contact with each other because, of course, you have children together. So you have proximity, you have reason to talk, you have reason to see and be together. And there, maybe that chemistry starts to flow back. There's something familiar. Oftentimes what they say is that they forget the bad and remember the good. They kind of shove down those memories of what didn't go right in that relationship. What took that relationship to a point of breakup to where that's my ex. What they call this shared history is a big part of that, a big part of why people seem to be drawn back toward that ex. And another piece of it goes along with that forgetting about what happened to break you up in the first place, such as maybe even looking at that feeling of, well, maybe they've changed, just here on the surface, they look so good again, or things look better again, or they're treating me nice. Because, of course, most of the time, if you're talking on Facebook or social media, or you're maybe having chance encounters or brief encounters, you're back to that situation with any kind of an affair where you're not really doing your dirty laundry together. You're basically just having a date situation where the charm gets poured on and both parties are at their best behavior. That's not a real relationship. What also seems to start when these people start to think about, maybe that ex doesn't look so bad, because guess what? You're in a real relationship with your current partner, just like my caller. Things were starting to get a little bit shaky. There were starting to be some problems. So this again, the ex seemed to look kind of enticing at that point. So as you can imagine, the whole thought process goes into this, but you were my first love. You were my only love. Maybe I've never really ever gotten over you. So the next thing you know, once again, they've gone backward into that old relationship, stepped their toe into it, and then probably, like my caller, kind of said, oh my gosh, what in the heck was I thinking here? Why did I even go there? Now, if you go back to that research fact I told you, where most of these hookups with an ex, either one or both of the party, 60% of them are married to someone else, you have to then kind of stop and think, hey, wait a minute, he's trying for a hookup with me, but he's married to someone else, maybe involved with someone else. What does that really kind of tell you about this person again? Is there maybe someone else he's trying to hook up with online in addition to you? How can you really trust this person? And obviously that might have even been a factor that broke up your relationship in the beginning. There could have been trust issues that pulled you both apart. But let me tell you something about biology here. What happens when you actually go ahead and have that affair, have that hookup with your ex? You're in big, deep trouble, because The rush of emotions that you have with that hookup are going to dump into your system these feel-good chemicals. You've heard about these. You've heard about the rush of hormones that get dumped into your system. You've heard me talk about this on my show before, where I've told those women, if you're trying to get over the guy and you're trying to break up with the guy, the last thing you want to do is sleep with him, because biology will work against you. The rush of hormones will keep you attached and attracted to someone that you know you need to get rid of in your life. But here you are. Again, you've got your biology working against you. What I read was that this is a bigger issue, again, with someone you're familiar with, because not only do you get the chemical rush of new love, you also get this rush of oxytocin that comes with a long-term love. The long and short of it here is that you are being dumped a potent mix of chemicals that's going to make breaking up with this ex very difficult to do. Add to that any type of affair, you have forbidden love and forbidden sex, and it's all a big, big turn on. It's kind of like I'd say that ice cream sundae. It sure tasted good going down, but now what you've got left is the guilt of, why did I go there? Why did you go there? But you did. Listen to me talk to my caller and explore in depth how that worked out for her. And then stay tuned after the call. I'm going to talk to you about how you can make that permanent cut, break, done with it with your ex. Make it happen. Make it stick. So stay here with me, Joan Jerkovich, your life coach on News Radio 1150 KSAL.